All right, sasa tuko live. Karibu hapa TVL News. Kama kawaida tunaanza na introduction. Nilikuwa nimewapatia topic za leo. Nilikuwa nimetumia kila mtu message. Hata ambia na introduction, munde tu gulanya kila kitu. Acha tuanze na introduction, tuanze na Mumo, General Mumo. General Mumo ni kama amepotea. Ngula, tuanze na introduction.
TV kwa leo kwata.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I am Festus Mumo Maingi. Yes.
Dan mtetezi.
Kwa majina naitwa Dan Ndavi ama Dan mtetezi. Na ni kiongozi wa kilombo cha Mbooni upande wa youth, na vile vile ni activist. Niko na hasi mlasi uko na haki za binadamu.
Senator
Vincent
Gula is disappeared.
Mbona jana hapo? Naona ya kuilo ndizi John.
Vincent.
Yes. I am mtetezi, tuanze na wewe. Senator Ngulo akiangalia network yao anakuja. So ulikuwa umeona topic ya leo, tulikuwa tunaongelelea the trip that Kalonzo made to Mbooni yesterday. Ulisikia hizo speeches zote nilikuwa nimewatumia. Wale wengine waliona hapa online hapa TVL News. Hebu tupatie your general understanding ama general your take. Senator, you are back.
Back.
Introduce.
Masituma kwa nita wa Senator Ngula. Ni the youth president East and Central Africa. Na still nonye the youth president wa Lower Eastern until 2028. Ila ni bangi to retire.
Okay.
Kana the next youth election.
The next youth election itakuwa wapi?
2028.
Itakuwa wapi na mwisho ilikuwa wapi?
Next itibange to kuni Amero.
Okay.
Yes.
Akatuambia na kwenda Ngula. Sasa yesterday uliona mtu anaitwa Kalonzo Musyoka, party leader wa Wiper.
Yes.
Alikuja mahali kunaitwa Mbooni.
Yes.
Na ulisikiza speech yake vizuri, nitakuwa naicheza na najaribu kuwekewa kwa system, tutaicheza tu tukiendelea.
Yes.
Lakini ulisikia Kalonzo Musyoka aliambia jamii wa Kamba wakae mahali panaitwa opposition, Azimio.
Yes.
Hebu tuambie kwanza maoni yako ni yapi? What is your general feeling? Unakubaliana na Kalonzo kwanza? Kama ukubaliane na yeye unafikiria kwa nini? Na kama unakubaliana na yeye kwa nini?
Kende chambe ningutunga mbya. Kwanza wacha nishukuru Mungu kwa sababu sasa tumeingia studio. Ili ingine nataka kutofautiana na party leader kwa sababu ya kitu moja tu. The way vile alikuja jana kwa hiyo function, although it was a very funny function because you can't imagine a funeral with less than 50 mourners. Wale watu walikuwa wametoka nje ndio walikuwa wengi. Sisi ndio tulikuwa wengi. So I don't know there's uncertainty what happened. So what I saw from the party leader, he was coming in a compact. Alikuwa anakuja tu kwa vita. He was coming kama anakuja kwa vita. Hakuwa anakuja kwa maendeleo. So I think he was coming to fight any person who is not supporting the Azimio demonstration, because wakati ulisikiza yeye akiongea, he wanted and he mobilized several leaders to fight and especially to fight our governor, who has promised not to attend the demonstrations until when Kamba land will be like Luo-Nyanza in development. So I was shocked to see party leader mobilizing leaders to come and fight our His Excellency Governor. Mwenye amesema yeye chenye anataka kwa serikali sio kitu kingine. So I was shocked the incident where somebody can mobilize leaders na sio msimu ya siasa, ati wakuje kuongea ati huyu Mutwila wewe uko na makasiliko, uko na hiyo hutaki kwenda maandamano. Hiyo kitu haikupendeza wananchi. Hata kama uliangalia vizuri wakati Maanzo aliongea mambo ya maandamano, akaongea mambo mingi, people were not after that. Because wao wenyewe wanasema kuna njaa na serikali lazima iwapatie chakula. But the same government
Senator amepotea akiongea, nafikiri simu yake inasumbuliwa na pigiwa. Dan.
Yes.
Buyu, sasa tuambie maoni yako. Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka alikuja Mbooni jana.
Yes.
Nikiangalia hizo picha nilikuona mahali.
Yes, I was there.
Kwa hivyo najua uliattend, unajua kile aliongelelea.
Kabisa.
Abu, tuambie maoni yako na hiyo mambo ya Kalonzo anajaribu kuambia Wakamba wakae opposition ni gani?
Unajua, kwanza wacha nimshukuru Wiper Party boss kwa kuona anafaa ahudhurie mazishi iko eneo bunge letu la Mbooni out of his very busy schedule ya maandamano. Na niseme ile kitu ilinishangaza, alikuwa na makasiriko mengi sana, kwa maana at one given time aliambia mheshimiwa governor wetu Mheshimiwa Mutula Kilonzo Jr. awache makasiriko ya kutohudhuria maandamano. That is a statement which not augur well with the locals. Na niseme vile aliweza kuanza ni kama na regret. Anasema kama wangeibiwa kura na hao watu wa Kenya Kwanza, saa hii ndio angekuwa na ile kiti ambayo iko na Mudavadi, Mheshimiwa Mudavadi. And I want to remind him that he is forgetting that he was a pioneer of Kenya Kwanza together with his buddies, Mheshimiwa Mudavadi and Mheshimiwa Wetangula. They are the pioneers of Oka coalition. And I don't know where he was left when Mheshimiwa Mudavadi and Mheshimiwa Wetangula were leaving to form the government of the day. So mimi ningependa niseme hiyo makasiriko ako nayo inatupeleka nyuma kama Wakamba. Kwa maana this is the high time Mheshimiwa Kalonzo angefaa achukue the mantle na wipe MPs wake wa Wiper awapeleke pale kuna government of the day. Ndio at least Makueni tuweze kuona maendeleo ambayo pia imeonekana Nyanza wakati Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga alienda kwa handshake. Saa hii anataka kutunyima miaka ingine 5. Makueni barabara zetu ni mbovu sana. Makueni tunajua Pocket Dam haijaweza kukamilika. Makueni tunajua Kwanza City bado inaendelea na bado inaenda na go slow. So ningependa nimshauri Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, next time when you will be visiting Mbooni, lazima Mheshimiwa Kalonzo aje na heshima Mbooni. Asije hapa kama amekuja na MPs wameenda mahali. Nimeweza kuona ya kwamba na mtafahamishwa walipitia mahali akiwa na mheshimiwa mwingine hapa tu Mbooni. Kwanza wakakuwa na meeting mahali, then wakatengeneza vita, wakuja kunyorosha gavana wetu Mutula Kilonzo Jr. Atakubali kiongozi yote yule. Na ningependa niwaambie waheshimiwa wetu wa Mbooni, the 6 of them excluding Mheshimiwa Mwengi Mutuse, the only MP who is in the government wing. Na niwaambie namna hii, mwenye atakuja Makueni na hiyo madharau ya kutaka kumdharau gavana wetu Mutula Kilonzo Jr. hatakubali kama wananchi.
Hebu tuambie, tulisikia maneno ya Kalonzo. Kwanza tusiingie hiyo topic ya Governor Mutula Jr. Tutakuja kwa hiyo topic iko kwa discussion
Yes.
Unakubaliana na mambo ya Kalonzo Musyoka kuambia Wakamba wakae opposition?
La hasha, mimi siwezi kubaliana nayo.
Kwa nini?
Kwa maana we are victims. We are victims as the Kamba nation. We are victims of being in the opposition since for now 2 decades. Ukiangalia vizuri sana, mali ya Kenya inagawanywa kulingana na tribal realignments in the political arena. Uwezi niambia wewe unakuja kuambia Wakamba wakae nje ya serikali, na tunajua hii serikali ndio iko na pesa za counties, hii serikali ndio iko na 95% ya ile pesa ambayo inabaki national government, na utuambie tukae tukiangalia kabla zingine wakiendelea kuletea maendeleo na serikali, ilali sisi Wakamba wa Makueni, Kitui na Machakos tunabaki hapa tukinyemelea kitu ambayo haiko. Na kama wewe ni mheshimiwa ambaye unataka kwenda pale kwa serikali kuchukulia watu wako maendeleo, unatishwa. Jana ilikuwa ni kutishia waheshimiwa wetu, pasitokee mmoja ambaye atakwenda kujadiliana na serikali kuhusu maendeleo ya Makueni. So we don't want threats to our leaders. Everybody is at his he has the choice. He or she must choose where to align himself or herself correctly in terms of politics,
without being forced.
Yes, there is no need of being coaxed. Why coaxed?
Aya, General Mtetezi, unmute. General,
I got close. Yes. You can get me?
Yes, we can get you. Abu, just give us your analysis.
Yes.
You have listened to Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka's speech. You know everything that Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka jana alisema. But entirely he was trying to push the Kamba nation ikae opposition, ibaki opposition. Unakubaliana na Kalonzo Musyoka wa Kamba wakae opposition? Kama ukubaliana naye kwa nini, na kama unakubaliana naye kwa nini?
One thing is that I've realized that it's like we heard or we read different speeches from His Excellency Kalonzo, because from the speeches that I heard yesterday, I didn't get to a point where he was forcing or seeming to coax other leaders to join the opposition. And of course, he had his own mind when he was talking of being in the opposition, or probably the position that he has taken so far. But when you look at his message and the reception, even at the grounds where he was, most of the Kamba leaders that were available, starting with the Honorable Maanzo, Senator Maanzo, and by extension, Honorable Kivasu was not very clear on what exactly he wanted to say about Kalonzo's position. But Maanzo vehemently somehow discouraged Kalonzo working with Raila. But he said that we have been duped for some time. And he seemingly didn't agree with His Excellency Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, the party leader, that we should remain in the opposition. So one, I say that being in the opposition, there is not much that we are getting as a community. I am not in support of the same, but if I recall, I was a panelist in the previous discussion, and I said if it is joining the government again now, it must be in a very formal way of joining the government, not just saying that we're in the government and there are no take-homes. So I say no, we are not supposed to say in the opposition. Thank you.
So in short, you do not agree with Kalonzo Musyoka whether we should stay in opposition?
I don't agree. It is long being in the opposition. Of course, if the opposition has a budget, well and good. But the opposition in Kenya, in the current constitutional dispensation, there is no budget. So why should we stay in the cold when others are sharing the national cake?
Wakati Senator Maanzo alisimama kuongea, nitakuwa nacheza hizo speeches hapa. Ulisikia akisema tutakaa hapo kwa opposition, na tumekaa hapo kutoka 2013 na bado tumejengewa kwake dam na tumejengewa Konza City. Kwa hivyo imaanishi kwa sababu opposition
Manzo was not honest about it. Manzo was not very much honest with that statement. And some of these leaders are even forced to make some of these speeches that they make in the presence of the party leader. Because to them, if you don't go his way, then you are termed as a rebel. So at times, they don't speak their mind. If you remember the campaign time, Manzo was one person who was telling Raila, no Kalonzo, no Raila. So how he camouflages and changes his mind so fast to say that we need to stay in the opposition is what I don't understand. Of course, these people represent our interest. And when Manzo makes such sentiments, I don't think whether he has the interest of the people of Makueni in mind. They have never consulted us. So when they make those roadside declarations without our voice, then I don't agree with them. That is null and void. The good thing is that His Excellency the Governor Mutula Kilonzo was very quiet about the whole issue. He didn't make such any sentiments that showed his position as at now. Thank you.
Acha turudi kwa Senator Ngula alikuwa anaongea kabla apotee.
I don't know problem with our TP.
No, somebody must have called you.
No. I think I was speaking something about the party leader.
Yes, kama una support what the party.
I know I'm not supporting what the party leader is saying, because when you look like in Luo Nyanza, when the president was visiting in Luo Nyanza, James Orengo, Oburu Odinga, and remember Oburu Odinga's brother to Raila Odinga, they all went to welcome the president. But when it comes to the case of in Makueni, this team is envious, and they don't want, currently they don't want our governor interacting with the president. And I think we have the 85% budget. So when an MP chases stamps or a senator chases stamps, and says that uses the camp proverb Mukamba ni Njangendu, and says we can't work, we don't want anyone working with the national government. That one is very interesting. Somebody is talking about completion of Wakendam, completion of the consultancy. How will you the county government link with the national government if those people, those leaders, they don't want to interact with the national government the way the rural leaders, the Nyanza leaders are interacting and welcoming the president when the president is taking the development to the Nyanza. Look what happened wakati wa handshake. When Raila handshaked Kalonzo, handshaked Uhuru. See all the number of developments which we are started in the Nyanza. If you check our area as we talk, there's nothing. We are talking about continued ang. How will the ang end if Wakendam is not supported and if the government has not supported Wakendam? So I don't think, and I don't support hiyo interest ya kusema ati hatutuwezi kufanya na serikali, mwenye nitapata akifanya na serikali nitandiru na yeye, mwenye nitapata akifanya na serikali hata vikiwa kura 2027. Hiyo kitu sio mzuri. Na hiyo kitu ingine, kuna kitu ingine as a Kalonzo is our party leader. Lakini hii kitu ya kuja kuandresia our governor, kwa mazishi, kumwambia ati wewe wache makasiliko na ni mbele ya Monas. Hiyo kitu sio mzuri. Kuna ile inaitwa internal wrangles. They must sort internal wrangles. Sio kukuja ati ile vita tu ilikuwa 1963, ilikuwa inapigana na kina Muru, ilikuwa inapigana na kina Ngei. Mulu na Ngei walipigana, mmoja akapoteza miguu, mwingine akapoteza macho. Sasa tutaki hiyo vita huku Kambani. Vita kitoko kama hiyo sio kuletwa kwa public. So I'm not supporting idea hiyo ya kusema hatutafanya na serikali. Without the government we are going nowhere. And by the President Ruto is a good man. Without even voting him, without Kamba supporting him, he has already rewarded us. We have a minister called Alfred Mutua. We have a minister called Benina Malonza. We have a PS called Telimbaika. We have another PS called
Veronica Nduva. Those leaders should be, our leaders should utilize, and they should also pass it under the president. Give
Gula ni kama amekwama tena.
Sijakwama.
Oh, endelea pole. Yes.
Hello?
Continue.
So I mean, if the president has rewarded us and given us that opportunity and those leaders to serve us, we should be seeing the Kambas visiting those offices in Nairobi, working in jointly with those leaders, those ministers, to lobby for more projects for the Kamba community. Because you know well, hata wakati wale watu wanalisha ng'ombe za Sangirend, usipopatia huyo ng'ombe ya Sangirend Nevia, haitatoa maziwa vizuri. So we need to see interaction. Vile Nyanza wana interact na ule minister wa ICT yule anaitwa Owaro. Ukienda huko Lujas they are working jointly with Musaria, with Wetangula, with Ababu na Mwamba, and they are lobbying for more goods. But the only messages we are getting in Ukambani ni kuambiwa ati hatufai kufanya na serikali, huyu ni mbaya, huyu alienda kwa you know, we don't know, but anybody can take us to the government. And no, anybody can take us to the government. Our governor can take us to the government. Good working relationship between our governor and the government will over the Kamba community. It doesn't matter the 14% of 2027. So I don't support the idea.
Ulisikia Kalonzo mwenyewe akisema amekubalia magavana wake kufanya kazi na serikali. Akarudi akaambia maseneta na ma-MP au wanataka kuenda huko kwa UDA ama State House kama wamejificha au ndio shida. Lakini magavana ni mwakubalia wafanye kazi na serikali. Do you think hiyo ni ile kitu tunaita double speak? Upande hii anataka watu wengine wafanye kazi na serikali, upande hii anataka watu wengine wasifanye kazi na serikali.
You know, wakati the Kalonzo started working with Uhuru Kenyatta. The day Kalonzo handshaked with Uhuru Kenyatta, he indeed consult us as Kamba community. We supported him, lakini at the long last alienda kwa Uhuru even without consulting Kamba community. So simply because he doesn't consult us when doing some independent independent opinions, he should also not consult. Should also not block our leaders from assessing the services like in Mbooni. The MP is just dumping and letting here. We have a Lord court which we have been demonstrating here, the Kakusi Tangin Lord, who should be completed. We have another road which is Mbooni, Kidungo, Chambalas Road. We have another road called Mbooni Boys, kwa Mbisu kwenda Kali. He should also be lobbying for, as he promised the people of Bukarawa, he should also be lobbying for the Wamunyu Kalawa Katangini Road, as he promised the people of Kalawa. He should also be lobbying for the Kalawani Wanzauni Machakos Road, as he promised people of Kalawani. So hii mambo ya kusema ati sitafanya ati nafuata Kalonzo nikisipofuata Kalonzo sitapata ticket ya 27, that one is malicious and is acting us knowingly or unknowingly. Is acting us.
General Mtetezi. There is a question.
I think there is something.
There's a question about there's a question about Kalonzo responding to Kibwana. Ulisikia Kalonzo jana akiambia Wakamba watu wa Makueni, mkiona Kibwana mwambieni nikiulizwa na Mungu nilifanya nini, nitamwambia nilikufanya ukakuwa governor. Juzi ulikuwa umeona Kibwana alikuwa ametweet kama ameambia Kalonzo, wewe ile siku utaitwa tutafika mbinguni Mungu atashangaa sana na atakuuliza umefanyia Wakamba nini. Hiyo siku ndio utaona shida sana. And then Kalonzo was responding to Kibwana. Do you think this war ya community ya Wakamba is benefiting the community?
Totally. The war between these Kamba leaders is not helping the community in any way. And Kalonzo's sentiments yesterday in response to what Kibwana had earlier tweeted, I think was, okay, he had the right of reply, but again, the way he is replying it shows clearly that the two leaders are at war. And of course, it is true. Kalonzo made Kibwana a governor in 2017 when Kibwana was very desperate to retain his incumbency as the governor. Of course, he was to lose it, and Kalonzo worked it out for Kibwana, and Kibwana retained his seat as a governor. After a while, he rushed away. But again, I need to ask a very simple question. Maybe one of the panelists can answer us about it, or we can even have it as a point of discussion. What is the difference between the character of Kibwana and that of His Excellency Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Kalonzo has been known for not making serious decisions in his political life, right away from 2007. Kibwana was strongly in Azimio. Actually, he was the coordinator, the campaign's coordinator in the Eastern region. He was the agent of the Azimio. Immediately after the elections, he shipped, and now the talk changes. And now Kibwana wants us to believe that Kalonzo is not a firm man. How firm is Kibwana to discuss Kalonzo in his late actions? At one point, he wants to become a president. After a short while, he wants to become a senator, and he loses it all. So this is the case of a pot calling a kettle black. The character of Kibwana is somehow the same character of that of Kalonzo by extension. And Kalonzo, yesterday, as we had indicated earlier, he had a lot of double talk. He says that don't work with the government. I don't want to see you going to the government. Then at some point he says, I've allowed Wavinya and Mutula to work with the government. And then in return, he says that other MPs and the senators, I don't want you to go to the government. He has not made a decision. If it is a firm decision, then he tells them, all of them, don't go to the government, don't work with the government. But now he isolates Mutula and Wavinya, simply because Wavinya and Mutula are very firm. These are two leaders that have clearly said it, that they are going to work with the government of the day. So to some extent, the Kalonzo's mission yesterday failed to coerce Kamba leaders, especially the governors, to work with the current government. Why is it that he didn't mention Malombe? And Malombe also had attended the IBEC, was not in the demonstrations. It speaks volumes. It means that he had an agenda, and if I were to be asked, I don't think that the agenda was achieved yesterday. So the issues of Kalonzo and Kibwana, yes, there has been a fight from around 2018 up to this moment, which has not been resolved. And entry to the government will also be a problem, because Kibwana wants to take the community to the government. At the same time, Kalonzo says that if we have to go, he is the gateway. So there is a problem. Who is who? But at the end of the day, it is true that Kalonzo made Kibwana a governor in 2017. Yeah.
Senator Manzo, that you support very much, eh? Ulisikia sauti yake, ulisikia ile attack, direct attack alikuwa na sijui kama ni opposition ama na oppose ama na attack the Kenya Kwanza government. I just want to quote his words. Alisema mwizi mkubwa hii Kenya ni Ruto. Hii stadium iko hapa, wote mtu ambaye aliiba pesa ni watu wa huyo Ruto, na hiyo pesa ndio wanatumia. What your take on Senator Manzo's words? And do you think they are going to affect this community in terms of development? Mumo. Inakaa umepotea.
Yes, I get your question
Yes.
about Maanzo's sentiments about Ruto being the greatest thief that Kenya has ever had, and in connection with the stadium that he's talking about. One thing, this stadium has been a subject of politics for a long time. Every other imekaa ile barabara tunashinda kuzungumzia the road connecting Mali and Ukia Junction. That road has been used again and again for political purposes. The same case with that stadium at Wote. The people that Manzo said that are stealing from that stadium are people that are well known, and they are in Ukampani. These are not people that we're going to look from elsewhere, and they are close cronies to the president, Honorable Ruto. So these are the people that are known, and I think Manzo connecting Ruto with the theft of the said stadium, by extension, is quite honest with himself, because those people that have been stealing from the budget that is made for that stadium are well-known Kamba leaders that are in Ruto's government. So yes, it might affect, but again, it is our right. There is a budget that has been set for that. Maybe the time that it is taking to be complete is the one that is going to affect us. But it is true that there is a lot of theft in the construction of that stadium.
So my question is, there might be that theft in the construction of that stadium. Lakini sasa, you just said that we should go to the government. Is that the way to go to the government? Should we fight the government or we should support the government? When you listen to Manzo's statements, do you think his statements are going to affect development in our region? Kwa sababu tutakaa ni kama ni sisi ndio tuna fight Ruto, sisi na naitwa nani na Raila, sisi na Nyanza. Do you think it's going to affect our development? Hizi barabara tunashinda tumelia zianze, do you think they are going to move?
I will answer that with another question. What made Raila have a handshake with Uhuru in 2018? It was after a very tough exchange of words and such like things. And Waswahili walisema amani hainji ila kwa inja ya upanga. So we cannot go soft on things that we are seeing out of this discussion, as hard and as harsh it is, Ruto should redeem himself. And if at all is really for us as a Kamba nation, let him complete this stadium. It's our right. Actually, it is not a political reward. In their manifesto in 2013, they said that they are going to build, I don't know how many stadiums. I think that every other county will have a stadium. What happened with our stadium? So it cannot be a subject of politics. It's our right. We need it to be completed. And I implore that the president finds it very right to have this project completed. However much, whether there is politics, there is no politics, and leaders have a right to picket, have a right to complain, and they are not limited to the extent or to the words that they should use when they are picketing and complaining. Of course, if I were be completed. So whether he is being abused or is not being abused, he should complete the stadium. Thank you.
Sawa, Dan Mtetezi.
Yes,
Dan, unatupata? Swali yangu kwako. Unajua our women rep, the women rep of Makueni, Madam Rose Museo.
Sawa.
Rose Museo is very close.
Mute my mic.
Okay, unatupata sasa? So my question to you,
Can you reframe your question, please?
So I'm asking, Rose Museo is very close to you. At the same time, Rose Museo is very close to party leader Kalonzo Musyoka. Ulisikia ile sentiment yenye Rose Museo alisimama akasema, kama ulisikiza labda network yako ndio iko na shida. Unatupata sasa? Inakaa ni kama Dan anapotea.
I think amepotea.
Haya, wacha turudi tu kwako mtetezi. If you listened to Rose Musyo's speech, Rose Musyo alisema wale ambao wanafikiria wanataka kutoka Wiper na ni wanaume watoke na warudi kwa wananchi waombe kiti. Who do you think that speech was being directed to? Kuna mtu yote anataka kutoka Wiper?
Nobody has made it clear and forthright that he wants to decamp Wiper or any other party. And I think yesterday the choreographed to send a certain message to certain quarters. Yes, there was an intended recipient to those sentiments. And of course, that person that has showed interest to work with the government and had stated that he's going to work with the government of the day is His Excellency the Governor Mutula Kilonzo. So I want to believe that it failed because in his part, Mutula was very clean and distanced himself from politics of any manner in regard to the question of joining the government or staying in the opposition. I listened, and now look at a speech like that one of Honorable Kivasu. At the end, he tells Kalonzo that we have a problem of food. We have food shortage problem. We have hunger. And then he expects that Kalonzo solves the hunger problem when he's not in the government. You know, these people are contradicting themselves. It's like they have not sat down well. Discussed their understood how they are going to make their case. Because when you tell His Excellency Kalonzo that we have no food, there is a scorching hunger in company, and go and ask for food for us. Going to ask from where? That is the question. That Raila has no budget. And in fact, Kalonzo, the worst thing that is going to happen to Kalonzo, and I don't think whether his close advisors are advising him, he's losing relevance with a lot of with an alarming speed. He says that he wants that is from his cronies. They are saying that Raila should retire and support Kalonzo. And from what Uhuru said the other day when they were burying the late Magoha, Uhuru is saying, I support you, and if there is anything else that you want my support, count on my support. What is that other thing that Raila is going to ask from Kenyans? Can't Kalonzo read too early that he's being duped, he's being deceived? And Maanzo said it the other day that kuna ukora. Yesterday Maanzo alisema kuna ukora kwa ile pact walitengeneza na Jubilee. Alisema kuna ukora. Why is it that they cannot read the red flags early enough that bado hapa Azimio kuna ukora and Kalonzo is not getting anything from Azimio? And again, these attacks that they are directing to Honorable Mutula Kilonzo Jr., I don't think it doesn't mean any well for them and even for the community. So, that is Mutula was duly elected by the people of Makueni.
Let's not
and the people of Makueni want development. Ulikuwa umeuliza maneno ilikuwa inaongelelewa nani? I'm talking about whoever was being attacked.
Okay. So you think that message was being sent to Mutula?
Yes, it is in the common, it is in public domain, and any other well-thinking person can tell whose message was. This was directed to Honorable Mutula. But
why do you think the message was
Mutula has not come to Wiper, but he has been very candid that he's going to work with the government of the day. That's what he has said again and again. And he says that he wants development, nothing short of development. And I think those are statements that are not sitting well with the entire Wiper brigade. And these are things that we know. And we fully support His Excellency the Governor that let him work with the government of the day and bring development home. Yeah.
So now, Senator Ngula, unatupata?
Nakupata.
Umesema hii serikali ya Ruto imetupatia mawaziri. Alfred Mutua mkahesabu imetupatia mpaka ma PS, imetupatia. Hao mawaziri wamesaidia jamii yetu ya Wakamba aje?
Those leaders. Hello. Those leaders have just started their work, and I think even the whatever is going now, they are in induction. When you are given a position, there's something which you call reduction. And a leader is always ready to serve, and is always ready to be used, and is always ready to be given ideas by the elected leaders. So our leaders, our elected leaders, other leaders should utilize those positions which we were given by the president.
Kuna wakati niliona ulikuwa na blame
and the lobby for the projects. It is like the county ministers and the county CEOs. Sahi tunaingia maofisi ya CEO, tunaingia ya minister, tunaingia ya sub-county administrator. You lobby for something for your people. We must lobby. Don't expect a minister promote akuja kwa mkono, akuje kuwauliza nini. Kuna vitu zingine tuna lobby for our people. Kama ni barabara unaona mahali iko kabaya, unaona waziri John unamwambia barabara, isipokuwa hapa kuna MCA, lakini sisi hatuna shida na MCA, lakini kwa sababu tunajua kuna kitu inaitwa end quarter projects. Let us push towards this road. Na mnasaidiwa.
Nataka nikuulize hivi Senator.
I'm just giving you an example.
Okay, wacha nikuulize swali nyingine. Kuna wakati nilikuwa naona ukiambia wale watu ambao wanapewa kazi na serikali. Waangalie wasaidie jamii ya Wakamba, kwa sababu wengi wanapewa kazi na serikali, tuko na unapata kuna ma-PS, kuna watu wakubwa huko ndani, lakini hakuna kitu hata kidogo yenye wanasaidia huku mashinani. So unapatiwa kazi ya kisiasa lakini hausaidii wananchi huku. Kwa hivyo hawa wenye wanaingia na wameingia kwa Ruto saa hii, wakikataa kusaidia wananchi, unaweza kuwaambia nini?
Kitu ya kwanza nawaombea because we have like governor, minister for foreign affairs, Alfred Mutua. We have Alfred Mutua. Up to now, you cannot say Mutua as a state Kamba community because there I'm a concentrate sana na national and international politics. It's never accessible because even up to date, you have never seen any delegation heading to his office. He has never invited any Kamba leader or any Kamba citizen to his office. So I think even the president should look for those people like Mutua. Those people, we are supporting them. We are supporting them during the campaign period. But right now, as we talk, nobody can assess them. Nobody can assess Mutua. So I think Mutua should have some time for our region. For our region, at least atembe Ukambani. At least to scare nini ya ofisi yake. You are not building his office.
Aya, wakati mwingine ulikuwa umeniambia, nilikuwa nimeona umeongea mahali kwa group WhatsApp na nikakuuliza, you told me hawa watu ambao tuko nao wenye wako opposition wako divided. Lakini nikiangalia watu ambao pia wako kwa serikali wako divided, kwa sababu sasa nikikuuliza who is the Ruto's point man in Ukambani, sasa tukitaka ku access Ruto tunafaa tuende kwa Mudhama na timu yake, ama tunafaa tuende kwa Mutua na watu wake, ama tunafaa tutumie Mheshimiwa Mwengi Mutuse na watu wake? Who is that point man mwenye Ruto anatumia Ukambani na kumpangia siasa yake?
One thing about Ruto, about President Ruto does not believe on bridges. Because President Ruto can reach Mbooni and then direct. President Ruto can reach Kansala Kavanzania direct. President Ruto reaches Governor Muturo direct. President Ruto reaches Governor Wavinya direct. President Ruto can reach MP Mwengi Mutuse direct without brokers. So even Mbooni and like Ngula, but the time I'll have, and I would like to fix myself to visit street house. For the betterment of the people. Wakati nitachoka,
nifuate hao viongozi nione ni kama hawaendi mzuri na wanipeleki ile mali navaa, mimi mwenyewe nitajipeleka status. Awe unajua hivyo, because Ruto is my personal friend, na tuwezi kukaa tu tukisema mtu ambaye alikuwa wa upinzani, mjumbe ambaye hata hako kampenia Ruto, mjumbe ambaye hata hakuwa kwa kampeni za Ruto, yeye anataka kutu envy, ile inaitwa envious, anataka kutunyima. Sisi tutaenda huko, tutajipeleka huko, na President Ruto atatuona na atatuhudumia. President Ruto akiona Ngula, anajua Ngula ni nani, ataniona na atatuhudumia, na ile matatizo nitampatia hapa atahudumia mambo yetu. Yes, because juzi wakati tulituma Mutula mambo ya barabara, wakati tulituma Mutula mambo ya barabara, si alienda akaona Murkomen? Hakuna Murkomen na Ruto. Sasa hii barabara sinaendelea mzuri. Hata juzi nimesikia hii contractor ya kutoka Itangini kwenda nini anarudi. Yeah, alipeleka ujumbe yetu. That is what we call representation. Yes.
Sawa, kidogo tu acha tuende kwa Mumo Mtetezi ndio turudi kwako, tuambie jana vita ilikuwa imetokea wapi na shida ilikuwa wapi. Tumeona umeenda police station umechukua OB. Tunataka utueleze hiyo mambo ilikuwa inaendelea ni nini. Kwa hivyo tunarudi kwako, acha kwanza tuende kwa Mumo Mtetezi. General. Unmute.
Question. What question?
General, ume disconnect.
No, which question?
Swali yangu kwako, umeongelelea speech ya mheshimiwa wa Mbooni ambaye anaitwa Kivasu Nzioka. Kivasu alianza speech yake vizuri, akaongea akasema watu wakae kwa opposition kwa sababu Kalonzo amesema tukae hapo. Hiyo serikali mambo yake tuachane nayo. Alafu akimalizia speech yake akaambia Kalonzo utusaidie kusukuma huku chakula ikuje. Hiyo chakula inafaa itoke mahali Kivasu alisema tukae Azimio ama inafaa itoke kwa serikali? Na kama inafaa itoke kwa serikali, is that a way to ask for that food?
It is quite ridiculous coming from him, and from my end, it's like Honorable Kivasu did not exactly read his speech even before he stood, because he support the two sides being in the opposition at the same time ingia kwa serikali. Because when you tell Kalonzo tunataka food, we want food, that is telling Kalonzo go to Ruto and ask for food for our people. So Kivasu, to my understanding, in a way he wanted to worship the party leader. There was a message that he was passing, and probably I'm told that there was a meeting before that meeting, and they had said what they wanted to say. Then at the end of his speech, now he wanted to show the Mwananchi that we are still together. I'm thinking of your welfare. That is why I'm asking food for you. But now they did. I don't think that any other good leader, any other mindful leader who has the interest of the people in his heart would do that. So I want to say that it was quite irresponsible of him to say that stay in the opposition, at the same time he is asking for food, telling Kalonzo he wants food. Kalonzo has no budget. Opposition has no budget. This budget is coming from the national government, and we can only benefit from this if we have good relations and good ties with the national government. Actually, it is time that we reprimand our party leader to whip and to wipe his leaders towards the direction that the people of Kamba Nation are going to benefit. These rhetorics of we want to do this and this, tukae hapa, tufanye hivi, it is neither here nor there, and it is not going to put food on our table. So Kivasu was quite out of order.
Now, the other question to me was that ulisikia Kalonzo akisema kina Kibwana walimlazimisha na wakamfunga cha lazima wakampeleka kwa Raila. It is not the first time that we are hearing Kalonzo say that.
Double speak. Alifungwa akalazimishwa kwenda kwa Raila. That is what he is saying. Then if alipata ni pabaya, why is he still there? And why is he still telling us to go that direction? I think it's ridiculous. The whole thing looks like drama, my friend. Kalonzo is not realistic. Kalonzo is not honest with himself and with Kenyans. I think it is important that he comes out very clearly and tells us his wish, what he exactly wants us to do, and what he has for the people of the Kamba nation. Because asema nilifungwa, nikalazimishwa, nikapelekwa, and then kama ulipata ni a bad place, why do you still want us to stay there? Na hata ma MPs wake wale ambao anaongea na wao, anawaambia msiende huko, na wao wanamuitisha chakula. Hii ni kuambia mtoto ako na njaa usiende kwa jirani, na chakula inapatikana kwa jirani, na watoto wanataka chakula. Usipowapea utawapata kesho wametoroka wameenda kwa jirani. That is what is happening now.
Aya, wacha tuangalia comments kidogo hapa za watu ambao wako tuned. Kuna jamaa anaitwa MC Mutunga Cyrus anasema ako tuned, asante sana. Kuna jamaa Isaac Wambu anasema Senator Ngula we sawa view, hatuwezi kawa opposition. Ngula naona uko na mafans umelipa watu wakuja hapa. Mbaloka Simon, Ngula is really struggling, it's like he is in Shanghai, China. Aya, Alfi Morgan anasema Sen Ngula mkono we mona. Ngula umelipa watu wakuja kukushangilia hapa wewe. Samsky Media naona unasema uko tuned, following, asante sana. Ian. Ameenda wapi Ian? Kuna jamaa hapa anaitwa Ian Asia nina kwa view, huyu sijaelewa Kenya amesema, lakini asante kwa kuwa tuned. Daniel Kimuyu, we can go to Ruto without betraying our unity. That is the same thing Mutetezi is saying. Kuna mtu hapa anasema Ngula is really struggling with English. We kezunguke vinya kweli. Ngula hao watu utawajibu. Ngula is not struggling in English. Kuna mtu hapa anaitwa Daniel Kimuyu, our weakness is ego. We anaangalia community. We go to Ruto, we start insulting party leader. All we want is even Ruto to know we have a kingpin. I want you to take note of that, General Mutetezi. Utanijibia swali yake. Our unity, our strength. We don't need to bootlick government for development. Daniel Kimuyu. We should get development and candidly remain in opposition. Kuna mtu hapa anaamini tunafaa tubaki opposition. Kabla tusonge, wacha Dan Mutetezi utuambie huyu mwenye anasema tunafaa tubaki opposition. What do you take on that comment? Dan Mutetezi. Dan Mutetezi.
Yes, ningependa niseme kwanza hii maneno ya kusema nchi yetu kupata maendeleo is a thing of the past. And ukiangalia vizuri sana yale maendeleo ambayo tunaona in some parts of Makueni, even in Lukambani and Moso Mbooni constituency. Mbooni constituency, we have two major roads which are now ongoing projects from the national government. And if it was not the sacrifice for one of our MPs, who is Mheshimiwa Michael Kisoi Munyao, who sacrificed a lot, who sacrificed his ambition for the sake of the of Mbooni people, today we could not be having these ongoing projects. So he had to sacrifice by joining Jubilee government, but he was incited against by one Mheshimiwa Kalonzo. Because I remember this a day he said while he was in Machakos during a celebration fulani pale, he told Mheshimiwa Uhuru, watu ambao walienda State House nimekukabidhi na wataenda nyumbani wote. So I don't want to just say that Mheshimiwa, wale Mheshimiwa ambao wako Wiper saa hii wanaogopa kwenda kwa serikali, wanasema wabaki kwa upinzani. Sitaki niseme wanataka kuride na projects ambazo zilianza na wengine ambao walisacrifice kwa kuacha zile vyama ambao waliingia nazo na kuenda kuingia kwa serikali ili watu wa Makueni, Machakos na kitu waweze kufaidika. Acha nikuambie kweli Bwana Daniel Kimuyu. Wacha kusema maneno ni haki yetu tupate maendeleo. If we remain in opposition, you will find that there are areas which are pro-government. And you know these allocations are made in respect to how you voted in Kenya. So you can't tell me that in Bungoma County, Omta for Mheshimiwa Wetangula, you can't tell me that there is a road in Makueni which can get allocation Bungoma people who voted overwhelmingly to the UDA government if they have not got one road for tarmac. So I want to encourage our Kamba nation. Please, please, please. Mheshimiwa Ruto is very smart in the politics. Obviously, he will give more where he's shown love. If he comes to Makueni and then you are incited against him and you happen to boo to him the way you did to Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, we shall not get any development in Makueni. Even our stalled projects, which is Dwake Dam, Konza City, and even the stadium at Unoa, they will just continue stalling, till we say that now is the high time. I know Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka is playing to get games, so that he can remain as an article throwing stones with Mheshimiwa Raila during mandamanos, and therefore refraining from joining the government of the day, and by so doing, we end up being not developed in Ukambani. My brother, Mheshimiwa General Mtetezi, you talked about Mheshimiwa Senator Maanzo. According to how he spoke yesterday, I want to tell the Kamba people, Mheshimiwa Maanzo is a very cunning leader. Mheshimiwa Maanzo is somebody who will just come and abuse Mheshimiwa Ruto here in local politics, and he is the one who goes for money. Even when in his last term as the MP for Makueni, Maanzo used to go to where Mheshimiwa Ruto is. Every Friday he was getting some money, and then he comes to Kambani, he insults Mheshimiwa Ruto, and by so doing, people think that they are not together. But Mheshimiwa Maanzo is very, very cunning as far as kwenda kwa serikali is concerned. Na yeye sasa anaenda na usiku kuchukua chenye atachukua pale kwa Mheshimiwa Ruto, na then anakuja kutusi Mheshimiwa Ruto hapo Kambani. So my fellow Kambas, let's join the government of the day just for the next 4 years. Yes, Vincent.
Aya, Senator.
Hello? You getting me?
Tangula.
Yes.
Senator.
Yes.
Kuna huyu jamaa anaitwa Daniel Kimuyu, unaona hapa kwa screen. What your word to Daniel Kimuyu? Unaona anasema our unity is our strength. We don't need to bootlick government for development. We should get development and candidly remain in opposition. Huyu anasema tukae opposition. Hebu mwambie kitu.
Sasa Daniel Kimuyu sijui huyu Daniel Kimuyu ametoka pande gani, because you cannot tell us tukae kwa opposition and the way Daniel Mtetesi amesema mwanzo is just coming here anatuambia tusiingie kwa serikali, lakini yeye usiku anaendea mambo ya status. Just look around, kuna kitu ambayo imesemwa hapa. Mwanzo alisema ya kwamba mwenye alikula pesa ya stadium ni Ruto. Mwanzo was the MP for Makueni. Mwanzo was for the MP, was in charge of was in charge of oversight that project as the MP, because that project is in Makueni constituency and it is in national government. So by saying ati pesa stadium ilikulwa akiangalia, it means he failed. And you know, people were saying, we are literally saying when we were electing Manzo, because personally I was supporting Bao, people were saying this is a failure. You don't tell us money was eaten when you are watching, and you didn't file any complaint, any form of complaint anywhere, any police station. You should have complained in the National Assembly. But now he didn't complain in the National Assembly. He's just coming to complain in a funeral, which is in Kakoya. He's doing like another woman, which who was beaten in Machakos. Then akaingia kwa gari akakuja kulalamikia Masi. Sasa watu wa Masi walikuwa wanashangaa huyo mama tutamsaidiaje. Manzo should have completed about the stadium long time ago. So hii mambo ya kutuambia ati tusiingie kwa serikali, ati sisi tukiingia kwa serikali tutakuwa tunambutuliki aje? Kama Laila anambutuliki watu wake wapate development na anaambia wajumbe wake wote waende huko wakangojea rais akienda kukangua miladi huko Luo Nyanza, anatuma watu wake. Sasa who is Kalonzo? Who is anybody else to say that sisi hatupai kuingia kwa serikali? Who is Kalonzo to tell us that hatupai kwenda kwa serikali? Na yeye wakati anaitwa anaambiwa kuja hapa, anapewa kitu ile yake, anapewa yeye anarudi.
Sawa, General Mtetezi, unaona Daniel Kimuyu anasema we cannot bootlick the government for us to get development. Anasema we go to Ruto and start insulting we should not go to Ruto and start insulting our party leader. What is your word, General Mutetezi, to Daniel Kimuyu? Unmute.
One thing I must admit is that we have to recognize His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka as the kingpin, and nobody has disputed that, and we respect that. And going to Ruto does not mean that we don't recognize Kalonzo as the kingpin. Maybe if somebody has a feeling that going to Ruto means Kalonzo is not a kingpin, that is wrong. But it is Kalonzo, if really we have to go as a community, because he is our de facto leader for the Kamba nation. He has the mandate to get our views, listen to us. You know, the Constitution of Kenya, the one that we are using now, the new Constitution, brought in the issue of public participation, which is a very pertinent issue. Before you make a decision, even at home, you have to consult your children and tell them, this is what I want to do. I want to sell a parcel of land. Otherwise, they have a right to tell you that we didn't sanction buying of this land. So it is upon His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka to come back to the elected leaders that represent our interests, sit down, listen to what they want. Because at the end of the day, whether you are in the government or not in the government, there is what we call the scorecard, and we shall judge them by the scorecard at the end of the 5 years. So it is upon Kalonzo to call these leaders on the table. Let him hear from each of the elected leaders. Tell them what they tell him what they exactly want, what the Mwanainchi at the grassroots is saying, so that we go to the government as a formidable team. Yes, Kalonzo is still the kingpin. Nobody is disputing that, and no one is challenging that. But again, you cannot be a father. No, there was that msemo wa Kikamba, this is somebody who is up there na hawezi kusaidia. Simply because he is the kingpin, we have to worship. He's not a demigod. We want development. So let him wipe his leaders, that is his troops, towards the government. That's why when Kivasu asks for food, where is Kalonzo going to get food? Food is in the government. Actually, I find Kivasu very radical. I don't exactly know what he meant by that. Saying stay in the opposition, at the end of the day, we want food. Food is coming from the government, a government that you are abusing every now and then. What Kimuyu is saying is true. Yes, we can join the government, but you cannot join the government and you are in the opposition. That is amid crying and at the same time you are sneezing. It is not possible. You have to forgo one. So we can join the government and get development, but still Kalonzo remains the kingpin. So it will depend on how we are looking the whole thing.
Somebody hapa anaitwa Mwanambai Kenya anasema Kalonzo lost it. It's time for new kingpin. What do you take Mumo Mutetezi kabla tutoke kwako?
Now the question is, who is the new kingpin? Because it seems Mwanambai, my good friend, has someone else that is grooming to be the next kingpin. I still, I'm a Wiper member, and I believe that Wiper is the largest party in the lower east region and the third largest party in the country. And with all due respect, Kalonzo is the kingpin, and I think he's misadvised. And some of these people that were misadvising Kalonzo are the ones that have jumped the ship after they realized that they could not achieve their agenda.
Okay, kuna jamaa ameingia hapa anaitwa Mwambe.
Look at my surrounding.
Vipi boss?
Package to enjoy all the content you love. That means if you're on Access and you update your family,
Mwambe,
you upgrade to Compact. You get
Yes, nakusikia.
Plus.
you want to contribute?
And you upgrade to Compact Plus, you get boosted all the way.
Aya, unaweza ongea sasa? Unanipata? Mwambe unatupata?
About going all the way with you. That is why we are here to help you grow your biashara by
Sawa, Mwambe kama unatupata tafadhali punguza hiyo volume iko hapo, hiyo kelele mingi ndio tupate kukupata. Aya. Dan Mtetezi. Dan Mtetezi unatupata? Unatupata Dan Mtetezi? Sijui kama microphone yangu iko na shida.
Yes.
Good. Kuna jamaa hapo anaitwa Anthony Mangu anasema if you stay in opposition you get nothing from government.
Moderator,
Period.
what can I do for you?
Kalonzo is a lost goat.
Nakupata vizuri sana.
Kuna comment imetokea hapo kwa screen. What you are saying on it?
Unataka nichangie nini?
There's a comment on the screen inasema if you stay in opposition you get nothing from.
Nawapata vizuri. Nawapata.
Unatusikia Dan Mtetezi?
Vincent, because I think there is some disconnection somewhere, maybe there was something that I wanted to say and I didn't finish concerning what Lugula was saying about the stadium, and Maanzo saying that money was stolen and in his watch. I think there is something that Maanzo did. Maanzo brought a contingent of MPs from the National Assembly to inspect the progress of this stadium when there were allegations that money had been squandered for that stadium. So actually Maanzo did something to remedy the situation, and we saw by then the CS for sports, Amina Mohamed, was around, and a number of MPs came around to inspect the progress of that stadium. And I think it is from that end that at least we could see some progress to this time around. So let us give credit where it is due. Maanzo did what he could have done best. He was a whistleblower, and they came around, they inspected, and at least there was some progress after that. I understand it is politics, and probably they have a divergent issue or a contrary issue that they are a bone of contention between the two of them. So let us give credit where it is due. Yes, Maanzo could see there was some sort of theft, and they came inspecting. A quick one again. Honorable Dan Mtetezi said that development is not our right. I think the is with the people. That is the preamble of the Constitution. So when we say that development is not our right, I think now we are turning this one to a banana republic or an imperial government. We have a right, not vote the government. What we are calling maendeleo, as per what we are discussing, is that extra that comes from the national government when we have closer ties with the government of the day. Yes, we have to get development, whether we voted in Ruto or we did not vote on Ruto. And I think this is democracy at trial, that if you insult the president, then you don't get your share. Who does that? I think this is a democratic country, and people should stomach it. A time I remember Honorable Babu Owino called Uhuru a son of I think, I don't want to mention that, but still there is development, because he knew and he understands clearly that people have a right of expression. They can say all what they want to say, but at the end of the day, there is the constitution that governs us and directs us, which is the framework of the operation of the government. So let us not politicize development to an extent that we believe that development is not our right. It is our right. I deserve to be served by the government of the day. Thank you.
Okay, Dan Kablopote, you are saying something? Dan mtetezi. Inakaa Dan bado hajapatikana. Ngula.
Yes.
Wacha sasa tukuje kwa topic yako. After Kalonzo kuongea.
Before tuingie kwa topic yangu. Before tuingie kwa topic yangu. I just want to remind our leaders, especially Mheshimiwa Kibaso, na kwamba juzi tulikuwa last Saturday tulikuwa na ofisi ya First Lady. Wakatuletea chakula mingi pale Mkimwani. Watu wetu wakapata chakula. The MP was not aware. So I just wanted to remind him the only place where you can get food is in the government. If you look at the good working relationship between Wakili Mwengi Mutuze and the government, that is where you can see people from the West are getting food at least every week. They are getting food. If you look at good working relationship between our governor and the president, that is where the First Lady sent some people with 3 lorries from anywhere else wakatuletea chakula hapa. So I would just want to remind our MP where under the offices where he can get food, but by endorsing the leader of opposition ati anaanza kumwambia chakula ati hakuna chakula. Sasa mtu ambaye yuko kwa serikali anamsaidia ngani? Ingine nataka watu wanjue serikali nayo inafanyanga kazi. For those who watched our party leader wakati tulikuwa kwa mazishi, you can see his convoy has been withdrawn and has been done so seized, because those who looked to him yesterday, he had only 1 car, he had no bodyguard. So serikali ni serikali, na ukiwa kwa serikali unakumbuka wakati alikuwa kwa serikali alikuwa anatembea na ngali ambayo ilikuwa na ceiling ikiwa mbele yake, lakini wale walimuona jana, it was like a village the Koniman funeral. Could such things. So
Vincent,
I just want to remind that
advise Honorable Ngula to respect my party leader. You know, when he says that he looked like the Koniman, I don't think that is right.
No, I
was used to a person of the caliber of Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka.
No, I didn't call him the Koniman. I just said wakati alikuwa anaingia kwa mazishi ya watu wakubwa ilikuwa inaonekana at least akiwa na convoy, lakini siku hizi anaingia tu like any normal man. Nobody can notice him. Why? Because his security has been withdrawn. His convoy has been done to one car. Yeah. At least we together, because mimi nikiingia na motorbike moja na yeye anaingia na gari moja.
Moderator, I want to challenge my good friend there, Bwana Mtetezi.
Yes.
Innocent.
Dan Mtetezi. Dan, tunakusikia.
Yes.
Yes, ongea tunakusikia.
Yeah, I want to challenge my brother Bwana General Mtetezi.
Dan, tunakusikia.
Hii mambo ya Senator Maanzo ambao anasema kuhusu Makueni Stadium. I want to challenge Senator Maanzo. Once he was MP for Makueni constituency for 2 terms. And it was under his mandate or jurisdiction to make sure that water stadium is completed on time. The reason we are saying that it's good for our leaders to join the government of the day. Just compare Mheshimiwa Maanzo and Mheshimiwa Kawaya. While Kawaya was in the government of the day, he managed to build Kawaya Stadium, which is in Masi, for a record, I think 6 months. And now it's the stadium we used to play. Now it is very operational today. So Mheshimiwa Maanzo failed by failing to lobby the national government to do the stadium within a stipulated time. So Bwana Jerome Mtetezi, hapo Mheshimiwa Maanzo alianguka akiwa mjumbe, maana tunamblame na hiyo stadium ya wote. Ni yeye angesukuma through lobbying, lakini yeye ana assume kazi yake ni akaenda kwa mazishi, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo amenituma, kila kitu ni Kalonzo, kila kitu ni Kalonzo. So Mheshimiwa mtetezi, just talk to Mheshimiwa Maanzo, na umwambie the only secret is joining the government. Wewe bwana mtetezi, nikuulize, uko na vijana wako wadogo, mtoto akija kwako kwambia baba ni right yangu, unipatie shamba, utampea ama utamwambia I will give it at the right time? Mheshimiwa mtetezi. Secondly, bwana Vincent, hii issue ya Mheshimiwa Kalonzo, hatuwezi dharau Mheshimiwa Kalonzo. He still remains the man to beat in Ukambani. He is our de facto leader. But now he should be taking who to groom to hand over the mantle of leadership. My biggest worry, there is this upcoming guy known as Senator Kiyo, Senator Enoch Kiyo. He seems to be a darling to Mheshimiwa Kalonzo, but in Ukambani we have Mutula Kalonzo Jr., who we want to take over from Mheshimiwa Kalonzo. And if he's not going to do that, we are going to advise our Mheshimiwa Mutula to chart a political path for Makuenians. Come back in Makueni so that we can have our own party. We are not going to challenge Mheshimiwa Kalonzo, but we are going to negotiate for development on behalf of Makueni people. Because Makueni are very poor roads. The people of Kitui County got a tarmac road from Kibwezi to Kitui. And that was courtesy of the leaders who joined the government of the day. The likes of Kina Rachel Gaki Nyamai, the likes of, you remember, Kina Nimrod Mbai, au watu walienda kwa serikali wakaenda wakafaidika na Kitui Kibwezi road. Sisi watu wa Makueni tukingevya tukisema sisi ni watu wa upinzani ni mkono mtupu na mkono mtupu au lambu. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo, usipoangalia Mheshimiwa Raila atakupeleka maandamano, atakuacha umeketi lami na yeye ataenda kwa handshake na Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto.
Aya, General Mtetezi.
Yes, I want to reply to my good friend, Honorable Dan. I want to reply to my good friend. And I think the war between Mtetezi, Dan, and Maanzo is unending. I remember when they were at Kalawa and what was happening there, and I don't want to weigh into their troubles. But all what I know is that when the Wiper government joined, that is the Wiper party joined or signed a post-election pact with the Jubilee government in the previous regime, at least something came home. The Thwake Dam was a bit fast-tracked. We have the Konza Technopolis that was also fast-tracked, and at least we got some, we got some assistance, and in fact some steps to tarmac the Mali Ukia road were evident that time. At least that was the much that we could achieve that time. Maanzo saved the situation at the stadium, and I think we cannot say that Maanzo has not done anything to that extent. That is to that effect. I think all what Dan is not telling us is that he has a bone of contention with Maanzo that we cannot sort it out here. Not unless we organize a debate between Dan and Honorable Maanzo. That is when we can exactly know what happened between the two leaders. So I don't want to so much dwell on the issue of Mtetezi and Maanzo. Next time, invite the two of them here. At least we want to hear what it is that they cannot handle together. But at least Maanzo did well. That is why we gave him a new mandate as the senator for Makueni. And is his senator, is the senator for Ngula, is the senator for Dan Mtetezi, whether they like it or not, he is the senator. And I said the next time in 2032 he is becoming the governor, and we are praying for that.
Sawa, kuna mtu ameingia hapa anaitwa Mutanu. Mutanu, unaweza tusalimia? Mutanu Michael. Inakaa ni mtu amepotea huyo. Aya, Senator Ngula.
Yes.
Jana,
on addition to what Dani Mtetezi said concerning the stadium, on addition on what Mtetezi said concerning the statue, I'm aware the time Amina Mohamed came as the sports minister, Maanzo and disagreed with the Machakos contractor because the contractor had not given him his kickbacks. So Amina Mohammed came.
Honorable Ngula, where is the evidence for that?
After visit of
Amina, evidence for that?
After the visit of Amina Mohammed promised to bring the NYS to chief in on
Moderator,
the
please protect Ngula. Protect him from.
And remember the Machakos contractor and signed the contract. So how could Maanzo forced in the NYS simply because he had not been given his kickbacks? So he spoiled everything. Yeah, don't tell us that alisaidia. Sasa alisaidiaje? He was just coordinating contribution. If not Maanzo, that complete stadium should have been completed long time ago. Alisaidiaje wakati Amina Mohammed alikuja akafukuza contractor. Akasema kutakuja NYS. Did they come? Up to this. Did he get his kickback? No. Ask yourself where. Then we continue. Finish and we can move to that another topic.
Aya, wacha tuende kwa topic next. Tutarudi hiyo mambo yenu ya Maanzo, tutatafuta siku nyingine ya Maanzo na namba. So now, Senator Ngula jana after function.
Yes.
Nilisikia ukisema something happened.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
So I'm saying Senator, unanipata?
Nakupata.
Wacha mtetezi kwanza nitamuongelesha baadaye. So I was saying there's something that happened, alafu leo tumeona umeenda police station umeandika OB.
Yes.
Sasa mtu akienda police station ameandika OB, amereport, amethreateniwa, hatujui nini ili happen. Hebu sasa tueleze what happened between you and the staff of the member of parliament.
Personally, I attended because it is my village and attended the funeral as normal, as Mbooni and they. And when I arrived at the funeral, I seated to the Ndokoni people tent. I didn't interact with the readers. So the funeral continued smoothly. It continued smoothly. Until sometimes when Senator Maanzo requested me to show him where to charge his phone. So and I elected him mahali kulikuwa kumekaa mtu wa PA system. So after kupoint ile mahali mtu alikuwa amekaa wa PA system, ni kama mjumbe wa Mbooni alikasirika, nikaanza kuona kunipoint. So after the funeral mimi nikienda nyumbani, a guy by himself called Musau. I think Musau is the driver of that Lord MP. Alinipaamia. And suddenly my bodyguard, my brother Mutetes, was in distance. But he tried to intervene in the situation. The reason why the bodyguard and the driver attacked me up to date, I don't know why. Because I'm innocent Kenyan. I am not mimi sio mtu wa chaos, and I don't like chaos. But I think, and I understand it was like an assassination attempt. Because mtu akikupaamea akupige, their tangent was wanipige mara moja waniue. That was the tangent. And I think the guys, because an MP and driver to an MP, he minus material, he should be respecting leaders like me. I'm a president. I'm the youth president. Apart from that, I am a leader. Those people voted for me. Those people Wakako voted for me. I had several votes. I don't know where the votes went, but I had votes. They should be respected. I'm a person who mwenye aliweka poster. That area, nikaweka hiyo area posters. I usually support those people. Even those people are very much worried by that situation. But I'm very happy because our governor, our speaker intervened with the situation, wakasimamisha hiyo vita. Because even kama hata tuko na issues na mjumbe, ama watu wa mjumbe, wangengojea apate leader aende. Lakini imagine ipate leader ako hapo, mjumbe anatuma watu wake, anawaambia uweni huyu mtu amenisumbua sana, uweni huyu, kill this person, this mtu amenisumbua sana kwa mitandao, uweni, kill yeye. You see, such things, mimi sikupenda hiyo. So, but the assassination in failed. I can see it failed. Any question?
Abu tueleze vizuri, unajua tuache comedy.
Vincent, there is a lot of comedy in what the senator is saying. Because he said that he wanted to be assassinated, and the assassination was for the party leader. There is a lot that we are not being told. All the same, it is not good that leaders fight other leaders. And I would advise my good friend Senator Ngula to find peace with the Honorable Kivasu, because it's important that they work together as leaders for the benefit of the people of Mbooni. And I think one thing that Honorable Ngula should refrain from is these blatant and careless attacks on elected leaders, because time and again I've seen him attack people with even audios in social forums. Attacks are good, but they should be in a certain way that does not assassinate or seem to assassinate the character of others. My advice would be, Honorable Ngula, because you are a leader, a respected leader in Mbooni, sit down with the honorable member from Mbooni, Honorable Kivasu, iron out your issues and work together for the benefit of the people of that is the people of Mbooni, and by extension the people of Makueni County. So, but because I don't think that it formed part of our discussion, we can move next to another thing. Actually, it will make our discussion look better.
No.
What are you saying, Ngula?
I'm trying to say I don't fight anybody. Yesterday, I didn't fight anybody. The MP himself should also, and his people should respect people. And let me tell you one thing. Something as such scenario happened back at 2019. He paid some people, they attacked me. Guess what happened? Another team attacked a billionaire promoter. You know what happened? Majority of them are in wheelchair. My friend, mili ya watu iheshimiwe. You should respect people. You should respect people. In water 2019, I was attacked. The same man organized my attack. I was attacked by the same people. The same people wanted to assassinate me, but the coup failed. How can you attack an innocent man and they ended on discussion? I have no business with that MP. How can you tell me to work with MP? I have no business with MP. Huh? I have been around 15 years. I'm in the government. I don't need that. I don't need MP services. I have no business with MP. So by telling you to work with MP, I don't know what you are saying. Does he work with anybody apart from me? Does he work with MCS? He works with only one person, her wife, his wife. He doesn't work with MP elected leaders. He has no business with elected leaders. Yeah, and it's rude. He's a rude man.
Okay.
My friend, we withdraw that statement of me working with Kibwana. I don't work with that man, and I can't work with him. Okay. I'm not elected, so he doesn't need me anywhere in anything, my friend. Hiyo mambo, hiyo maringo itaisha bwana. Hiyo maringo itaisha bwana. Watu waheshimiane na watu waheshimu milo ya watu.
Wacha nikuulize swali next. Sasa
now that you wameanza
now that tunasema MP alikuwa amepanga njama kuja kuchapwa, what action have you taken? Have you reported to the police? Are you going to court so that we don't put blame games here on social media?
I have 2019. I've reported the matter today in the police station.
You have reported?
Yes, I've recorded it statement. I have instructed my lawyers. I have reported the matter. Today I reported the matter. My witnesses. Yeah, I reported to the Mbooni.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to court. Have they been summoned?
I reported today. I reported to the matter today.
Because you want to settle these ones and for all, I have heard General Mumu has given you an advice akakwambia you find peace with MP, but umekataa because it's your choice. You can choose to work with MP or choose not to work with MP. Now, walikuumiza ama nini ilifanyika? Walikuumiza ama walikupiga? What happened?
Suddenly I'm just responding to General Mtetezi. I did the 40 for. I thought I did the 40 for the MP. Even the last time I did the 40.
Senator Mpotea.
But he should respect people.
We are the people, we are the mwananchi, should respect mwananchi. Lakini sio kutuchekelea. The people who attacked me, injured me because even now I have some breathing complication. They attacked me. I have some breathing complication.
Umeenda hospitali ukachukua P3?
Another question?
General Mtetezi. Unmute.
Yes.
Haya, hiyo mambo ya Angula na MP to conclude. Apart from advising him to work with MP, what do you think is the next thing that Angula should do?
The law apparatus and security apparatus that he can seek redress from. If he has reported the matter, I think the due course of the law shall follow. But again, I will still advise my good friend, Honorable Senator Angula, to respect elected leaders. Where possible, find peace with everyone, because it is rampant that these are cases that has been happening again and again for Angula. He talks of 2019 having been attacked, now being attacked again, and it's the same person that is attacking him. So it is important that he finds peace with the said leader, and also advise the leader, Honorable Kivasu. It is not right to, if you disagree with somebody, there are better ways of disagreeing with people other than using violence. If at all it was used, it is wrong. So I will advise that the two of them should. They are public leaders in Mbooni and in Makueni, and we need them. Let them sit down, have a talk, find a way out. And it's quite hypocritical for one Angula to say that we need to work with the government, find peace with the government, when himself he cannot work with the MP. How is it possible? I find it ironical. I think we should, as leaders, we should be advocating for unity.
Dan Mtetezi, what's your contribution to this topic?
Yes.
Don't think that Dan will be ever.
One thing I want to tell my good friend, Bwana Mtetezi, please.
Hatukupati Dan. Dan Mtetezi.
Bwana moderator, please, can you protect me from my namesake over there?
Okay.
Protect me
Dan,
from
proceed.
my namesake. Are you not getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you now. Proceed.
Unanipata?
Nakupata kabisa.
Unanipata Vincent?
Nakupata kabisa, endelea.
Unanipata?
Eh.
Can you protect me from this my good name? You get me? I'm telling you, kindly protect me from my namesake, Bwana Mtetezi over there. Yes, Bwana Mtetezi, please. You cannot talk of something which happened in your absence, and you are talking as if you are in the funeral. One thing you should know is that these elected leaders are paid allowances for being insulted. And you cannot tell me that they want to insult the president and then themselves they should not be insulted. How? Then, secondly, I have so much respect for one Mheshimiwa Kivasu, and he was once my boss. I used to span up for him. Actually, I made him get the second term, which is pensionable. You know, once an MP has 2 terms, he gets a pension at the end of his after.
Dan, you're lost. Senator.
Yes, myself.
Dan ni kama amepotea, na pointi yake ni muhimu, nataka kuisikia lakini hatuipati. Sijui tutaipata saa ngapi. Ni kama utamkopesha simu kwanza. Sawa, sasa tumesikia hiyo maneno. If you've taken the matter to the police station, we cannot continue debating about it, so that it does not become an hearsay. We would like to know what will happen after. Sijui kama mtapelekana kwa koti na wafanyikazi wa Mheshimiwa Kivasu ama kutaenda namna gani, but I wish you all the best. Of course I support, hakuna mtu anafaa kuchapa mtu mwingine kwa sababu waliongeleshana kisiasa. So we are coming to the end of this. General Mtetezi, tell us your last word ndio turudi kwa Senator Ngula and then turudi kwa Dan Mtetezi kama atakuwa amerudi. Kindly unmute. Mumo.
Grateful for the good time that we have had and the discussions that we have had, and I think we are, in a way, we have all agreed that it is not right for the community to continue being held hostage in the opposition. We can work out our way to the government for maximum development. Lastly, we have advised that leaders ought to respect others, and nobody is supposed to hurt or harm anyone. I think an assault is not a good thing to happen to anyone, and if really that will happen to our good friend Senator Ngula, let him seek legal redress if he has already escalated the matter with the police. But again, I also advise that they can have a sit down with the MP and discuss their issues for the best interest of the people of Mbooni. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward for more engagements, and may God bless the people of Makueni, God bless the people of Kenya, and bless TVL News, and let people subscribe to this channel. It is one of the best because we can have very important discussions among us.
So thank you. You're disconnecting Mumo. Sijui kama umemaliza. Senator.
Yes, I'm through.
Okay, Senator, give us your last word as we finish. I think unajua watu wako manyumbani na kuna kuwa na shida ya network wakati mwingine, and still they are using their phones. So wakati mwingine unaweza pigiwa simu. As they come back, I want to appreciate all of you wenye umekuja. Naona Wavinya Alfred, wewe umekuja tu kucheka Senator Ngula. Zomo mwene, wewe nakutafuta, nataka kuja hapa live next week. Next week tuko nayo hapa live. Next week tuko na show ya comedians. Lazima ukuje through Zomo mwene.
Na ukumbushe
nini? Unapotea Mtetezi.
Yes, a function. Nzomo has a function. I'm saying that you remind him we are there for his support.
Oh, he has a function ile yake ya pre-wedding. What is the function for?
Yeah.
What is the function for?
He has a wedding.
He has a wedding. Sawa, tutamsupport kabisa, lazima tumsupport. Team live hapa. Ndio kipesi ilikuja na ukapotea. Asante kwa kujoin. Gula, kuna jamaa hapa anaitwa Vincent Mulo anakuambia Gula, now you have started your grade and have sober mind to deliberately issues accurately. Sawa, hiyo topic tumemaliza. Gula na hiyo nguvu ya kanuzu hapana. Gula uko soba kabisa. Gula uko soba. Dr. Kalonzo, asante kwa kujoin. Wavinya friend, asante. Zomo mwene, Alisha Kanini, Denu Kipesi na watu wote ambao wamejoin. Gula, you are back. Senator. Senator patikani kabisa. Evans Mwendo na kuona, I've seen your comment. Senator kwa tu hapa amehang. Thank you guys for tuning. Tutakuwa tunakutana hapa hizi base kwa tunatangaza wakati tuko nazo. People will be making it public because we want to have more daily basis. We have so many people who wanted to join us, lakini wengine wamekuja. So thank you for tuning. Have a lovely night.
Thank you.